Kelly Oubre went after Kelly Olynyk, who had set a hard screen. Here is what Wizards coach Scott Brooks had to say about the incident.
One, I think we got to control our emotions. That we can't respond that way. But when you get hit in the head a few times, I mean, we're very competitive guys out there. We have two teams are very competitive. But if you keep getting hit in the head, you might respond that way, and I think that's what he did.
Okay, so Scott Brooks saying got to control your emotions, you know. But first of all, was Kelly Oubre out of line for what he did to Kelly
I didn't think he was out of line at all.
Really?
I think maybe it was a mistake, but he's not out of line. Kelly Olynyk blasted him. That was not a nice screen, to say the
yes,
least.
No.
And then Kelly Oubre was a young player, and I think they've been chippy before. Kelly Olynyk is obviously in the playoffs known. I mean, he's had issues in the past. And I think Oubre, as a young player, was saying, hey, you're not going to bulldog me. I'm here, and I'm not going to get punked. So I kind of liked what he did. And maybe he was a little foolish, but the game was out of hand. They won the game, obviously, and I don't think it was the wrong thing to do.
We've been talking about one of the Achilles heels of the Wizards is their depth. Do you feel like Kelly Oubre is going to get suspended?
No.
And if so, is this going to be a big deal?
Well, they do have problems with their depth, and that's a big issue for them. I hope he's not suspended, Maggie. To me, it doesn't warrant a suspension because he was reacting. Like I said, maybe it was foolish per se, but I didn't think he did anything completely crazy. And the refs got into it. They made sure there wasn't a brawl. To me, a suspension would be a big mistake here because to me, he didn't really do anything wrong.
He didn't punch him, but he definitely got up, charged,
Yeah.
and made contact. Of course, there's obviously
Little flop.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We were talking about maybe some WWE-style bumps, going back. Kelly Olynyk went down pretty easily. Obviously, bad blood, though, between these two teams. Here is Isaiah Thomas and John Wall talking about the rivalry.
We don't like them, and they don't like us. That's just what it is. I guess just two teams that really don't like each other.
All right, we got a good old-fashioned rivalry here. Do you think this is the best rivalry in the NBA right now?
That's a loaded question, Maggie. I think it's right there, because obviously two teams don't like each other. And then the backcourts, Wall and Thomas, both great. Contrasting styles. Neither one particularly like each other either. You saw Rozier and Jennings get into it. The bigs don't like each other. It's certainly getting up there. But in order to really cement yourself as a great rivalry, you got to have at least one team really contending. I would love to see one of these teams really challenge Cleveland.